Kids, we have talked about how fossil fuel use, greenhouse gas increases, and also the way we use land, urbanization, deforestation, etc., are making heat waves worse, droughts worse. We even have flash droughts, which means they grow very fast. And we mentioned how heat waves can come together with droughts and make the droughts worse, which means agriculture and food production can suffer greatly. Then there is famine. Maybe some of you have heard of famines. Famine is when there is so little food that people actually suffer. Does that happen due to pure natural causes? Often not. It's caused by governments, militaries, other countries, dictators, etc., cornering food or hiding them from people, not making food available, and so on, to create starvation, which is what we call famines. It's a shame that even in the 21st century, we've already finished a quarter of the 21st century, but there are still famines. And of course, we are making things worse by increased fossil fuel use and increasing greenhouse gases, but also what we call land use. So the combination is obviously hitting the system at multiple levels. The other thing we are doing that also affects life seriously is making the wildfires worse. Of course, if you have heat waves and droughts, then vegetation gets dried up. Remember, vapor pressure deficit and the sucking out of moisture from vegetation and soils. And we are moving closer to woods because everybody wants to live near a forest or inside a forest. And the warming also increases the population of pests like bark beetles, Asian beetles, and so on, which kill the trees and make it dry fodder for fire. Fire may be very natural, coming from lightning, or maybe people are being careless in campfires, or there are even nasty people who start fires on purpose. All these together are increasing wildfires, their intensities, their numbers and scales, etc., not only in the western US or Canada, but everywhere in India, in Europe, and Australia, and so on. So all the factors, natural variabilities, human actions in terms of producing energy with fossil fuels, and land use can now combine to produce disastrous situations for food production, for wildfires, loss of lives, properties, livelihoods, and so on. Okay, it's a brief introduction to the topic. It's a serious topic, so learn more if you're interested. Okay.